Welcome back. Uh, Cosmic Inside Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Christina. Today I'm here with the full moon, partial lunar eclipse, actually. And I'm going to present for you the videos. Actually, I was so upset because I didn't figure out before, like I can put another camera to it and, I can have my little chart and present everything for you. But from now on, I'm going to try to remember and I'm going to try to do that for you. So let's see what's going on. If you don't know me, my name is Christina Simon. I'm doing astrology for a long time already. I have a lot of other qualifications, so you can check out my website, which is urbanwitch.org. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, I would be actually pleased, and I am really grateful for your trust to be here with me, to listen and to support my channel to grow. It's growing very, very slow, but it's growing. I only want to have like-minded people. So, when I meditate, I always meditate like I attract people who are like-minded and who wants to actually hold hands and fight against the darkness, what is going on in the world. Because together we can do it. I'm sure, there is always going to be something what is distracting us, or there is always darkness, because we live in duality, guys. So this is absolutely, like we all have the angel over here and or little devil, dark passenger, shadow, however you want to call it, but it's there, and we have to fight with it. We have to try to find the silver lining. So yes, I wanted to only say that, and I'm here to help. I'm here to actually help you to use the energy and use it for your whole potential. Or if we are seeing some kind of challenging aspect, then we are capable to get prepared for it. So this is really good, because if there is a snowstorm, don't you want to take your snow gear and not freeze to death? This is astrology, and that is evolutionary astrology, which I'm really, really close to, because there is the energy, but that is depend on you. You are responsible who you going to actually use the energy for your advantage, right? So that's what I wanted to say. Everybody who does Western astrology does tropical whole sign on YouTube. So that's what I do. Lately, I'm doing a meditation as well, and you will see by the end, I timestamp everything so you are capable to skip. If you don't want to, listen collective or politics, then you just skip it, and, you just listen to your sign. So I'm not forcing you to listen anything that you're not aligning with or what you don't want to. And the other thing is, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. All right, let me present the chart for you guys. So what I'm gonna do again, I'm going to plug that in, and I'm going to choose another background, probably, which is going to have to choose virtual none. All right, here is the chart for you guys, and I'm going to present it away like you can see the whole entire chart. Okay, yes, here. So we're going to have the full moon partial solar eclipse, and it's going to happen on September 18, 25 degrees, 41 minutes, Pisces. And it's going to be also sextiling with Uranus and conjuncting with Jupiter. So what we have to see over here, and what are we going to talk about here? We're going to talk about the eclipse, and we're going to talk about the archetype of Pisces and the axis energy. We always have to talk about the axis energy as well, guys, because of that is very important during a reading to understand what is there, what is the axis there to deal with, what kind of more energy could bring it in. And I always start with a quote. And the quote today is, "Let us not look back in anger, nor forward in fear, but around in awareness, said James Tarver. So, this quote captures the essence of the Virgo Pisces polarity, where Virgo's practical awareness and Pisces spiritual understanding need to work together to go through and manage all the challenges that the eclipse is going to bring on us. So, the eclipse going to happen in 25 degrees Pisces, right? 25 degrees is the third decan of Pisces. So the third decan is third water sign away from Pisces. So the second water sign is Cancer. The third water sign is Scorpio, guys. So that's going to bring in a Mars and Pluto intensity, something to do with transformation, with taboos, because eight house is anything to do with taboo, shared resources, right? And Pisces has its dreamy spiritual nature. So Pisces rules the underprivileged. It rules also filmography, photography, and also rules the movie script, hospice, hospitals, hospitality, anything to do with jails, orphans, vets, veterans, anything to do with big animals, faraway countries, hidden enemies, hidden resources as well. It's the hidden resources of the ocean as well. It rules that. And the eclipse is always a fated event. And it's a partial, so it doesn't cover all the way, actually, right now, the moon, but it covers it 2/3. So the partial solar eclipse, it's not that strong than a total lunar eclipse, but it's a fated event. It's an ending, signing off of contract, anything to do with, like finishing a project. But because of its fated and it's chaotic and it's unexpected, it is usually turning out to be negative. The lunar eclipse usually is negative, while the solar eclipse is also fated and unexpected, but it's usually positive. The lunar eclipse, it's full moon. The solar eclipse, when the sun and moon together, then that is the new moon. So that is full moon on steroids. And what else it does, the full moon on steroids, besides signing off of contract? The moon itself, its emotions, subconscious, your living situation, your family, your small animals, it has to do something with your dogs, actually. And it's in the house of big animals because Pisces is there, right? Pisces rules the dogs, the cows. So in some cases, somebody have the little puppy running outside, and you also have horses and cows, and gets into the stable and can get kicked because, and it could be devastating because it could represent that as well. It depends how we're going to interpret the energy. We can interpret in any different ways, but I'm just telling you what does it mean. So the sun is in Virgo, the moon is in Pisces over here. Yes, and then the Sabian symbol of the 25, 26 degrees, actually, a new moon, what is the Sabian symbol over here? Let me see. I don't know, just a second. If I check the Sabian symbol, wait for it. So yes, the Sabian symbol actually is a new moon reverse that it's time for people to go ahead with their different projects. So, this is really, really good and symbolic right now over here because of we have so many different decisions and opinion, and people are constantly fighting, but it's revolving, like doesn't matter what's going on. You can have different opinion, you can come from different culture, different religion, but you still have to go on and just leave each others to be and just let each others to live and like that is a collective shift, that is something to do with like you can still rise like an individual even if you don't have that much support as you accepted at the beginning. Just go and stay authentic and be true to yourself and faithful to yourself and keep fighting whatever you believe in, but you don't have to actually constantly disagree with others. And the new moon is a new beginning. And this is a full moon eclipse, but the Sabian symbol is a new moon reverse. That's time for people to go ahead. So it's time to move forward. It's time to let go what doesn't serve us anymore. And also we have a fixed star at 23 degrees 50 minutes, which is conjuncting this full moon. And it's conjunct also Neptune over here, as you see, the ruler, the old, actually the new avatar, the new ruler of Pisces. So, Markab traditional carries the attributes of riches and honors, but also comes with warnings of danger. Anything to relate to fever, steps and cuts and fire, some kind of violent death as well. But originally, and the original meaning is riches and honor for Merkab. All right, so let's see what's going on during this full moon, because we have to understand also what the full moon representing in Pisces. In Pisces, the full moon is representing anything to do with underprivileged, as I said, anything to do with ocean, the west of the ocean. And it's gonna conjunct its avatar, as I said, the new avatar, which is Neptune, which is Mother Teresa, forgiveness, compassion, art, filmography, photography, as I said before. And the old avatar is Jupiter, and actually Jupiter is in Gemini going to square this full moon right now. And also going to square Saturn. Saturn is not exactly conjuncting with the moon because it's 13 degrees and Jupiter also 13 degrees. So they have actually 8 degrees. They still within orbs. So, but, the square is not exact. But we have to check both of the ruler's condition during this full moon, right? And this the eclipse also going to sextile Uranus in Taurus. So the sextile in Taurus suggests sudden changes, anything to do with unexpected event. The full moon itself, it's unexpected. But, then this one is social unrest. It could be something to do with, because it's in Taurus, Taurus is fixed earth sign, it could be some kind of natural disaster as well. And, because of the moon is conjuncting Neptune and the moon is in Pisces, it's the ocean that is vertex, that is like swirling energy, like tornado from the ocean. So tornado from the ocean, it's water spout, or it could be hurricane, devastating hurricanes during this time. And the full moon is not necessarily going to fold out right that day, but we can expect something on those days as well. But, because of we are entering a Pisces and Virgo axis, oh, that's what I wanted to say, I forget before. Then it's starting actually the Virgo Pisces axis, the North Node going to move in Pisces January 11th and the South Node in Virgo, and it's deeply related to the moons and the eclipses, because the nodes are the mathematical points of the moon. So because of that, we are starting actually the eclipses in Pisces and Virgos right now. And we're only going to have full moon eclipses in Pisces. So we're going to have the next 18 months, a lot of flood, a lot of flash flood, a lot of rain, a lot of water-related issues, pipe issues, in houses, and anything to do with ocean-related issues. The water and the shore by villages going to be actually, have some kind of major effect on them. Yes, but anything to do with Uranus is unexpected. And Uranus also in Taurus, something to do with financial system as well, and natural resources as well. Also technological advancement as well. So it will bring some kind of opportunities to harness the progress through some kind of unpredictable nature of Uranus. So anything to do with stock market, like cryptocurrency, anything to do, Uranus also could be something to with technology. We find something underwater, and it's going to be a new resource for us. A new source of energy, what we're going to harvest, and we're going to make our life better. And the sextile, usually it's a Venusian energy in flavor, so it is positive, it's a kisses from heaven, but it's not without effort, but it's positive usually. And conjuncting the Neptune energy, the moon itself, it's not only illusion, delusion, and deception in spirituality as well, blurring boundaries. It's going to bring in a lot of immigration issues. So, for example, it's going to be an exodus after this moon, maybe because of in the US, we're going to have the election, and people are going to be scared after the election. They're not capable to get in the country. So right now, the next 77 days, we're going to have tripled immigration, or in your country, anywhere, it's going to be a global exodus because of Neptune doesn't know boundaries, it's immigration as well. But it could be also weather-related immigration, refugees, because 12 house is refugees as well, political asylum, so things like that. Yes, it could bring in, because of this is natural disaster, it could be also exodus and immigration because of natural disasters as well. Okay, let's move forward. Yes, we were talking about the increased hurricane activity. So the next 18 to 20 months, we're going to have hurricane activity and, anything to do with water, and especially the Atlantic and the Gulf regions, unfortunately. So stronger storms, instant rainfall, flooding, coastal erosion, anything like that could be. And it's going to damage the infrastructure of the coastal areas, and we're going to need to rebuild it. Flooding, anything to do with flooding cities where is not ocean, right? It could actually bring in something like, even in these deserts, going to rain somehow. And it's gonna be in desert some kind of oasis, because of it's gonna start to rain where it never rained before. Definitely very, very heavily rains. And because of this too is sextiling and Uranus is lightning, it could bring in a lot of thunderstorm, a lot of lightning storm as well. And because of the flooding system is not renewed and it's not updated, that's why flash flood could come in. But later on in 2025, we're going to have a lot of innovative technology, which is helping, we're going to have a lot more park and green area, which is going to actually absorb the floods. Okay, we're going to have, because what is Neptune? Neptune is fogginess. And, it could be like we're going to have some kind of visibility issue. It's already September in the Northern Hemisphere. So we're going to have like incredible, misty, foggy, delusional, very spooky kind of environment many, many times. And it could, of course, affect the roads and also the air. The air travel could be affected by those kind of fogs as well, right? So, we don't see well. We feel like, oh my God, I can't see a meter ahead. And it could bring in delays in air traverse or, accident. And, it's watery, something to do with flooding, not seeing because of there is so much rainfall and I have to stand on the side because I can't move with my car. Anything to do with waterborne diseases, because Neptune is virus over here, but also a contamination of the water, some kind of poison could get into the drinking water, and which is going to need an emergency response right away, right? It could be like something to do with drilling, maybe an oil spill, something like that. Or it could be like they're going to, what do you call that when they withdraw or call back some kind of fish from the market because it could have virus or E. coli, something to do with the health department. But water purification definitely could be an issue during this time. What about politics? Right now, because of Neptune, is misinformation also and confusion, and also lies as well. So we could have some kind of Neptunian energy with misconceptions, some conspiracy theory, but definitely increase the misinformation during this, and especially because we have political campaigns still in a lot of country, and actually it could manifest in unclear messaging from the candidates, especially in the US. Because of the US ruled by Sagittarius, and actually it's ruled by Jupiter, and because Jupiter co-rules Pisces over here, so anything Jupiterian countries, like Jupiterian ruled countries could have a lot of conspiracy or lies, or like censorship, because Saturn also with Neptune over here, so censoring the news, lying about the news as well. And then also it could be some kind of media going to get targeted or going to get actually censored and cut and not available. For example, something to do with political upheavals, because of its sextile to Uranus. It's something sudden, maybe a new candidate going to show up, a surprise endorsement, um, you know, shift in public opinion, people going to change their mind about the election. They endorse someone and they're going to endorse other person. Also focus on climate and environmental policies as well. I did an election prediction, which is not a prediction because I want you to think of that and I want you to make your own decision about it. But I showed you a lot of aspects which could be considered during that. So just, do your own analysis and check the charts, please. So yes, it could be actually a third person coming in, or a fourth, or, changing, what's not going to be available, or, Trump has to go and the sun going to take over, something like that, but totally unexpected and crazy. I mean, it's crazy enough right now, but with that change, it will be like, what is going on? Yes, so we're definitely going to have a lot of pressure because of politics and, new policies as well. And, right now they're going to actually try to, either it's demagogue politics or not, but right now they're going to promise anything for environmental policies as well, new ones, to help with natural disasters. And you know what, if we're going to have a hurricane, for example, in Florida, Texas, or Louisiana, and it's devastating category 5 after each other, then they're going to distract the candidates right now. So it's going to actually give more tension and maybe actually delay the election. Anyway, the election, the voting, it's going to be delayed at least November 19th. We're not gonna know, or we have to recount again, or everybody gonna claim I don't know, everybody going to claim, winning position, something like that. Yes, but, it's going to set up also a pandemic as well, because Neptune is pandemic, it's virus as well. So, it could be some kind of resurgence in any kind of flu, or anything to do with viruses over here. Maybe C19, we're going to have more cases, but definitely it could be a new pandemic, or just like more viruses coming in, anything to do, and the viruses comes in waves, because of Pisces is wavy, right? It's the ocean, it's not flat, and it's coming in waves. And it's also going to distract the people from election as well. So this is crazy. And many countries still have elections. Mental health crisis, guys. This is jails, this is hospice, hospitals, hospitality, anything to do with orphanages, veterans, homeless. Unfortunately, weather-related issue could kill a lot of homeless. Unfortunately, there could be some kind of outbreak in jails, and because of the health is not good. But in next year, we're going to have a better health system in jails as well. Maybe the outbreak right now going to initiate that, but it could be in jails as well. Or it could be a virus that's going to make people get hospitalized, unfortunately. Also, it could be misinformation about health. It could be like, oh, there is a major outbreak, you cannot go out, or it's fear oriented. And then like it could, yeah, it could be destructive because misinformation. Then geopolitical field here, anything to do with water resources. Some countries going to cut water. So what's happening in Gaza and Israel? We already know Israel totally cut every resources from Gaza. This is terrible. People are dying and they don't even let the aids in. So, like they don't let them to drink water, and we're going to have, it could bring in more water crisis as well. Or it could be like the Flynn water issues, some of the states going to have poisoned water because of Pisces is glamour, and it could be something to do with socialism and big companies. They could let actually the poison in the rivers, and it's going to affect us. We're going to have a major shift in global alliances, guys. Not just endorsement in US or in other countries, they're going to change their mind, or they're going to change the vice president, or they're going to change the president. Son can be over, the father could be overthrown by a son. We could actually, maybe we're going to have like Prince Charles, not Prince Charles, but King Charles not going to be there anymore, and William gonna take over. Or maybe Trump going to get sick, as I said, and one of his son gonna run. Something like that. It's gonna be crazy. But the global alliance is also going to change right now. The military alliances and trade agreements are changing. We have the BRIC nation, and right now South Africa also joined, and right now Iran wants to join. So it's China, Korea, Russia, South Africa. Oh, and what is that? I forgot the other one, but I'm telling you, India, of course, BRICS, yeah. So there is going to be more country joining, and the US dollar is going to get inflation because of they're not going to have the US dollar for the main paying option for the oil. Neptune is oil, guys. So that's why I said there could be some kind of drilling accident during this full moon as well, this eclipse as well. It could be some kind of trade wars, because some countries not going to also have oil getting to it. Maybe Russia going to stop selling, or, any BRICS countries going to stop selling oil for the US, or, whoever not their alliances maybe stop selling for Israel. And, some countries going to get cut out from heating oil, and also from oil to use for gasoline. All right, then education. Increased focus on remote learning, because Uranus is remote learning, right? And a lot of people, because maybe the area gonna be affected by natural disasters and floods, or maybe because of the political climate, the fear, maybe the virus what is coming up, it's going to be more online studying again. online learning as well. They're not going to commute, and we're going to implement a lot of digital tools as well in education. So it could be really, really good. Technological advancement definitely could be. And the stock market, the oil could actually suffer right now. Natural gas could suffer a little bit, but anything to do with environmental recycling products, anything to do with energy, sustainable energy could increase if you check the stock during this time. And the silver could suffer a little bit during this time, but later on it will increase. All right, so anything to do with holistic medicine or medicine itself, because of it's an eclipse in the 12th house, it's mental illnesses, it's suicidal thoughts, it's more drugs. So for example, the drug cartel could bring in more fentanyl, and we can see more mortality in fentanyl overdose during this time. It could be like also the border going to be overwhelmed by drug dealers as well, because this is drug dealing or alcoholism as well. But that could be with mental illnesses. It could be a very, very heavy eclipse right now for us, especially because conjunct with Neptune. Yes, so anything to do with filmography, it could bring in actually some kind of documentary about compassion and how to be responsible globally for each others, and more compassion and more help for the affected area, even if it is like a natural disaster or immigration or political asylum, but it's going to bring in more compassion for that, definitely. We're going to have some kind of mental health education in schools, because there is a lot of people bullied. There is a lot of people who wants to change gender, and it is psychological by DSM-3. It is some kind of psychological illness. So yes, it could be that as well. All right, what else is happening here? Then we're going to have financial strain only could come from Piscean region. So for example, Pisces rules the ocean. There could be some kind of issue with pirates. And Pisces is also pharmaceutical. It could be something like the flood, the hurricane. Because of that, the big boats are not capable to come through and bring the seafood to us, or bring the pharmaceuticals we have from foreign countries, things like that. So, or export, import, doesn't matter if it's the US or any other countries, but it could be a delay over there. Where? Because Saturn is coexist here with this moon. It's coexist. It's not exact, but Saturn is both. It's anything to do with submarines as well, guys. Yeah, and Saturn and Jupiter is during this eclipse going to actually square. And as I said before, Jupiter is the sun, Saturn is the father. As I said, sun can overthrow the father. It also could be something, it is submarine, it is anything to do with nuclear situation. It's a sextile, so it could be like, okay, there was some kind of accident and we're gonna fix it, because the sextile is helping to fix that kind of accident there. If it's a drilling issue, the oil spill, we're going to come together and quickly actually fix, not to have a lot of marine animals die. Yes, so anything with technology, alternative energy, could actually increase. And also something with water purification, or anything pharmaceuticals with dealing with respiratory issues on stock market likely increase. And what's likely decrease, anything to do with, flat prone areas, anything to do with oil, and the decrease because of, it could be like They're not going to give oil. Russia not going to let oil to the areas where they don't support, Ukraine, Israel, whatever. They're going to stop supporting and not letting, and then oil could decrease as well. All right, but the cleaning up, anything to do with cleaning up could actually increase, and the fine tech, the financial technology, quantum AI, ChatGPT, NVIDIA, cryptocurrency. Yes, and Neptune also actually is inflation, guys. Saturn is deflation, Neptune is inflation. So there could be changes in currency value as well on the market. And especially because I told you the BRIC countries already have currency, and they're going to take payment with that currency and not American dollars. So we could have that as well. All right, let me see, guys, what's going to happen for Aries rising, sun and the moon. So here it is. And actually, this is, you are Aries here. So I'm going to talk about that. And after I just going to change the here, everything. So, it's going to happen in your 12th house, guys. So anything to do with your subconscious healing and clarity, sudden financial insight, like it could be something to do with you're going to have some kind of insight because Uranus is over here and it's going to awaken something. Maybe a prophetic dream, maybe lucid dreaming. Maybe you're going to download your intuition, going to be so great. You're going to download information during your sleep and you're going to start to write, for example. Definitely, it could be some kind of psychic ability. Anything to do with hidden financial matters and expenses as well, but mostly resources. You might going to have someone who is actually could pass away, but you don't even know, an uncle, aunt in a faraway country you didn't know about, and like it's going to help you financially. Or you had something what you found, maybe by the ocean, maybe you find a diamond ring while you are walking on the shore, and it's worth a lot of money. And markup, while traditionally associated with honor and riches, also has a darker side, indicating potential challenges such as stress and emotional upheaval as well. And it is here with the moon and Neptune. So anything to do with suicidal thoughts to self-sabotaging behavior could come right now up over here. So don't use drugs or, alcohol. Make sure if you're taking some kind of medicine, you don't drink, right? But definitely it could be a spiritual awakening for you, and it could bring in honor and recognition for you through serve the underprivileged, help compassionately, do a filmography, photography, it could help. All right, guys, we're going to go Taurus rising, sun and moon, and it's going to happen in your 11th house, Uranus in the first house, Jupiter in the second house, and the sun in the fifth house for you. All right, here it is. Let me see. Okay, so the eclipse could bring to light hidden dynamics within your friendship or social networks. You may need to reevaluate which connection truly support your growth and which may be draining your energy, and let it go. You have to let it go. Uranus is in your first house, so you are likely to experience a surge. Let me just stop because the dog started to bark. So, 11th house, guys. Yes, you're definitely going to have new connections right now in your friendship, because you will have to let go everything what doesn't serve you anymore and you are not passionate about. For example, long-term goals and wishes is the 11th house. If you're not passionate about your long-term goals, then you have to let that go. If you're not passionate, like it could actually take away some kind of lack from bonus from you. Maybe you were supposed to get a bonus or you were supposed to get a promotion, but right now it's slipping away somehow. It's blurry. Maybe they just cease right now. bonus or that promotion, and later on it could still come into your life, but it will be seized at this moment. All right, and then you could have some kind of whatever could come through, though, it is because it's in your first house and you're going to Uranus and you're going to change, right? And you are very eclectic and you can start some kind of social movement. Actually, you can start to be rebel and to advocate for peace. You can. It is a social unrest over here, but being advocate and for the peace for sure. You have compassion, you feel, and you want forgiveness over here, and you want also to help people to forgive each other. So yes, there is a big vision. There is something like you have also an artistic ability, a gift right now, what you want to launch, what you want, like your friends to know about and help you on this journey. So anything, some new, which is an alternative right now. It's unique. It's very unique. It's a unique talent. It's different from what you did before, and it could be a really complementary skill, something to do with. Like other people doesn't have it and they could be a little bit jealous for you right now. You can start a non-profit. You can start maybe you are going to want to actually have foster children or adopt a child. Something like that could come through right now. Or maybe you can also do that with dogs as well. From affected area, hurricane affected area, you can do that. All right. And what else could be? Yes, that's what it is. But anything to do with community-based project, anything to do with, innovating yourself and being advocate for what you truly believe in right now, launching that new business, something to do with a crowdfund, something to get fund from your people, from your tribe could be possible. Or you can actually create a social circle, a social network, which is internet-based and it's spiritual. All right, Gemini rising, sun and moon, what's going to happen for you guys? I'm moving everything one further. So Gemini, you're going to have Pisces and the eclipse going to happen in your 10th house. And Saturn is coexist over there. The eclipse is conjuncting with Merkab and with Neptune here, and Virgo is in the 4th house. Career shift. This eclipse is going to be influenced by Neptune and Merkab, but it's going to bring in a new chapter in your career. Anything to do with, like if you were uncertain, about your career, you might be more confused right now. You will have doubts over here. Should you leave or, should you start in your business a new branch right now because of somehow it's not fulfilling the way it was. And, Neptune can actually fog your judgment. It could be illusion or delusion or you are dreaming right now. And if you are working like an artist or a writer or a movie star, this is good for it. You can actually finish a movie right now and it will be capable to go to public and you can bring in a lot of, people who can watch your movie and it could bring in fame and glamour and celebrity here for sure. But maybe it is something to do with a documentary and it was very emotional and you still actually a little bit upset or depressed because the part what you were actually playing, it was really depressing. But anything to do with your decision making to take a CEO job or become a politician could become really, really foggy. So don't make the decision during this full moon and at least 6 weeks after this, because you're not going to be capable to make a good decisions. But it's sextile with Uranus, you can get some kind of unexpected shift and recognition, something to do with maybe you're going to be internet famous overnight. It will boost your confidence for sure, and it could bring an open opportunity for you. And you're going to be spiritually really, really aware because Uranus in the 12th house, lucid dreaming, downloading information, uncovering hidden talents, or insight, and it is like a lightning bolt. You get like empowered and enlightened within 1 nanosecond, and like you're going to be a prophet, you're going to have prophetic dreams, and it's changing your career because you're going to start to write a book that's going to be really, really famous. And markup is here as well. Markup can bring honor and recognition if you're going to seize the moment and if you are capable to think a little bit, like be more coherent. But Saturn is helping with it, actually. Saturn is helping you to not to be very, very dreamy and foggy and illusioner. It's helping you, and it's going to help you to manifest your dreams, actually. So yes, you can actually write a book or become famous like a psychic overnight on social media, TikTok, whatever it is. But they can make you like really valuable for society for your insights as well. You can be a mentor for someone who is younger, the big sister, big brother, something like that. All right, Cancer rising, Sun and Moon, it's going to happen in your 9th house, and Uranus is in the 11th house, and then Jupiter in the 1st house for you. And then you have the 3rd house, Virgo. All right, what's going to happen for you? So the eclipse with the 9th house. 9th house is spirituality, philosophy, long distance traveling, anything to do with foreign matters, anything to do with scholarship, It could be like you thought you're going to have the scholarship, but right now you can lose it because it's an eclipse. It's a fated event, ending something. Maybe you're just going to finish education and you don't want to continue. Maybe you take a year out, but it's going to be unexpected. Like you didn't see that coming. It could be because you have a lot of interest to go abroad and, like, okay, I'm going to take a year out and I'm going to travel instead of to suffer in university, some kind of situation. And definitely your belief system is changing. You're leaving something behind but doesn't serve you. If you leave abroad, you might going to actually go to your home country right now. Anything to do with legal matters, it could actually, because markup is over there, and markup could be something to do with honor and recognition. So you can get either a citizenship visa and then you finally finish. You can win the lottery, the green card lottery during this time, and you can finish, your leave abroad or go abroad. And because of you go abroad, your whole social circle is changing, your friendships on new friends, different friends, because you're not going to live in the country where you lived before. It's different connections right now. The friends who are coming to you, it could be global, it could be people from abroad. It could be also professionals who tech guys, Silicon Valley people, or spiritual people as well, who are showing you, showing you justice. It's the 9th and 11th house. You can actually get some kind of social justice or enroll in a university where it's justice. You can be an attorney general, anything to get hired by a firm as well. But, it could be also like you losing the job over there. Okay, then we're going to go to Leo rising, Sun and Moon, and it's going to happen in your 8th house, where 8th house is shared resources, finances, taboo, sexuality, abortion, miscarriage, debt, tax, prenup, surgery, okay, psychological insight, intimacy. So anything to do with your shared resources, you might going to have finally something ending. Maybe you hired a detective because your identity get stolen, and right now you are finally finishing this. It could be also because of honor. Markup is honor, so it's bringing in honor in that case. It could be also like, the divorce settlement turn for your favor. It could be also some kind of lucrative venture, anything to do with Neptunian energy. You might going to gain from the stock of oil, or sell the oil stock or pharmaceutical stock, especially if you had anything in diabetic or weight loss pills, you can sell it right now and gain money from that. But also because it's an eclipse, it could be also go actually reversed and the stock going to decrease significantly, and you don't know what to do right now. So if it's happening with you, just keep it, just stay with it, and it's gonna come back. It is just a temporary situation. It could be like 6 months, but later on it will come back. Yes, it could end, like some end a pregnancy. Unfortunately, it could be a miscarriage or abortion for some of you, and then inheritance, and the life, maybe an authority figure's life. And then you're going to get inheritance. That kind of intimacy issue, you could actually solve that intimacy issue. That kind of trauma that you had with intimacy could go away right now. And it is sextiling actually with Uranus. So anything to do with the 10th house matters, with career and money between. It could be something to do with like a surprising opportunity to rise, to become a leader, a CEO, to become, like, for example, a politician, a tech company to open. You get some shareholders who are having big funds and giving you to create your foundation, and, a new business as well. And markup during this eclipse, fierce trauma. So as I said, it's either honor with finding someone who stole your identity and get inheritance also, or it could be like get rid of some kind of sexual stigma as well. Virgo rising sun and moon, it's going to happen in your 7th house. Uranus is 9 and Jupiter in 10 and the sun in your 1st house. Partnership, it could end friendship and partnership and business partnership as well. It could be something to do with legal matters. Maybe you lose actually if somebody sued you or you sued someone, not necessarily turning for your favor. It could be an issue with adoption, or if you are having issues, marital issues, with your married partner, significant other, it could bring in some kind of issue with the mediation, like you don't agree and you have to let go of something what you thought you can get from your partner during divorce, but it won't agree. However, it's sextile with Uranus. Uranus is in the 9th house. There could be some kind of change in your legal matter. So you might going to hire a new attorney because of, somehow whoever you have right now, the mediation is not going well. Or maybe you didn't have attorney, just the mediation not going well, and you will have to hire. And if you hire someone, then it's gonna turn out well for you, right? It could bring in some kind of educational travel for you. Or maybe you're going to travel to see a spiritual side, the Chinese wall or Peru or something like that. But you can go somewhere where you feel like, oh, that I always wanted to see that, and I will feel really, really good about that. Anything to do with contracts and detailed contracts, because markup is here with it, and Saturn coexist with the Neptune and the eclipse here. So anything to do with, if you're entering a business or exiting a business, there has to be some kind of attorney involved, authority figure. You just cannot exit that without, because otherwise it's going to turn away and going to turn against you somehow. All right, Libra rising, and it could be more spiritual. connection with your significant other, and some of you can lose actually a significant other over here, Virgos. Due some accident, could be also water related or virus, but hopefully it's not gonna be that. All right, let's see. We go Libra rising, Sun and Moon, and it's going to happen in your sixth house, guys. Sixth house, anything to do with your health, work, service for other, real estate, landlord, roommates, pets, and juice bar, and like if you are hiring people as well. So you might actually going to lose your job because it's an eclipse. It could also, like some of you going to perhaps lose your pet, anything to do with a dog, perhaps. It could run away, or unfortunately, it could have a seizure and die from a seizure. It could be also anything to do with like finally, if you have a terminal illness, Neptune is here. Neptune could be miracle. So some of you going to get healed from a terminal illness miraculously. And Uranus is unexpectedly changing something in the DNA. Surgery helps me to get healed. There is a new kind of research that helps me to get healed. So some of you going to have a lucky break over here, getting rid of the illness. So it could be that. And then it is also, anything to do with your body. Get a second opinion if you have any health problem. If there is a virus, then Saturn is some kind of restriction here with Neptune. So, there is a virus, then not necessarily. Make sure you are also have holistic approach as well, and not just traditional. And then you are bringing in a dynamic in your life which could be really fulfilling and healing. Yes. Also, because of Uranus is in the eighth house, it could be something like you working and you cannot go. Uranus in the eighth house, so you will get money from your work. But Saturn and Jupiter square could be something to do with, like, you are not able to go to vacation, long-term travel, because of you have to support something at work or work very, very hard. And maybe you have a birthday celebration and they're not gonna let you go. So that's why you're going to say, you know what, that's my 60th birthday or 40th or whatever, and I'm going anyway, and that's why you can lose your job. All right, Scorpio rising, Sun and Moon, guys, you're going to have that in your fifth house, Uranus 7th house, Jupiter 8th house, and you have the 11th house, anything to do with the Sun. So, there is some kind of lack from your career for sure, because the Sun is there, but you have to let go. That is like a lover, or that is like a creative dream. Maybe you are a photographer and you're losing your camera. Be careful with it, or breaking your camera. It's not gonna work and you will need to purchase a new one. Or a filmography, and you're losing that. If you looking for an agent or have an agent manager because you have a creative project, you might going to lose that manager agent during this time. You might going to have an empty net because you have a college aged child and going to university, and it's gonna be an empty net, and it's gonna be emotional. However, you're going to be more connected with a significant other. Maybe you're giving up your lover and you want to work on your marriage. And, that could be that as well. Anything to do with investment and anything to do with eighth house matters. So careful with your shared resources with your money, because of it could be something to do with you can lose money if you put all your eggs in one basket. Maybe your significant other makes a lot of money and want to go to a different account, and you're going to be very upset, and you're not going to feel the same romance toward to the person. You will feel sabotaged. All right, guys, then we're going to have Sagittarius rising, Sun and Moon. And we're going to have that in our fourth house. Uranus is in the sixth, Jupiter in seven, and 10 house is the sun. So something to do with honor and recognition, 10th house wife, that's for sure. Something about your living situation is changing. You can lose a grandparent or a parent, unfortunately, because that's also funeral and ending, an older figure could go. But mark up over here, you can also get some kind of good news, honor, recognition, anything to do with real estate. You might going to let go of a real estate to buy something. If you rent, for example, because it's sextiling, you might going to have an option to buy within half year a real estate, a property which is your own, and you're going to be really happy about that. It could be also like, because it's a family member, this is something to do with dogs. You might going to have an issue with a dog or cat who could have seizure, Uranus, or lightning strike or things like that, or electricity shock. Be careful with that. Uranus is unexpected and it rules those things. Or, Neptune is water-related accident, so we have to be careful with our pets. All right, and then, yeah, so there could be some conflict between you and between the work you do. So if you're doing anything on social media, right now Uranus and Sun is trining, it's good, it's really good, but maybe you're going to have an office, not home base, because home base office you have to give up because you are not capable to do your work during this time. Capricorn rising sun and moon, it's going to be in your third house. Uranus is in the fifth house, Jupiter in the sixth, and sun is in the ninth. So it's good for traveling with a romantic partner or with children. But anything that you have to let go, maybe you finish licensing. Maybe you wanted to get a license, a real estate license or mortgage license, but right now you didn't pass the test. It could be also like you are giving up a skill-based study, you're finishing your book, but it's some kind of unexpected turnout. Maybe you published and it didn't receive the recognition you deserved or you wanted at the very beginning. Don't give up because it will bring in more recognition. Right now, just the beginning is hard for you. It could also be like, all right, my internet broke, or I lost my phone, or my car, the brake on the car and the oil of my car is just went away and I have to replace it, right? So things like that. It could be also some things to support your child, and your child needs some kind of unexpected support, and the child could grow through some kind of issue with gender identity issues, or it could be like also like you have an unexpected love, romance coming into your life. All right, and then, but you have to keep it secret somehow because that is that is everything is Pisces, it's hidden. All right, then we're going to have Aquarius, rising sun and moon, and you guys going to have that in the second house. And earning has to go. Your negative self-talk has to go. And the earning may be a job or a sidekick, what you had, it has to go. Maybe because you're going to get an amazing opportunity to have some kind of payout date, good shared resources, tax, will, inheritance coming in unexpectedly, something to do with real estate, a big profit from real estate, and you don't have to get sidekick job anymore. It could be like careful with your saving because maybe inflation. And if you have actually an expensive watch, somebody can steal your very expensive Patek Philippe or something like that, and you're going to go crazy, or some expensive diamond jewelry for you guys could be as well. So you can lose something very valuable. They steal your art because Neptune is artwork from the house what was empty. And it is a vacation house, and somehow they steal something really valuable for some of you. Yes, and but Sun is in the eighth house. You hire a detective. Uranus is there. It was close to your family, the person perhaps, and you find the delinquent. Yes. So And some kind of joy with children. It could be, it's still joy with children there. So I like that. But the eclipse, it's also squaring. There could be also verbal conflict, or the child is really, really smart but doesn't want to listen because of, or talking back, but very sarcastic, very good wit. But you have enough from talking back during this time. All right, guys, it could be good for investment though, really good. Anything to do with cryptocurrency, smart homes, home security systems, you can actually invest money in quantum AI. It could be really great. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's going to happen in your first house. Uranus in the third house. The Sun is in the seventh house, Jupiter in the fourth. So it's good actually to invest in your business. Anything to do with your website, anything to do with softwares, with new applications, new softwares, whatever making your life easier, and it's technology based. It has to be invested in because you're going to actually profit out more, and you're gonna be more productive at work and in your work as well. It's a good news about a home ownership, or real estate license, or you might going to just find some good just might going to find the house what you want to buy in the neighborhood, maybe close to you, maybe in your neighborhood could come up unexpected opportunity in the neighborhood. Yes, but what, you have to let go the negative self-talk. Saturn could be some kind of joint issue, joint pain, something with it could be also some self-sabotaging behavior. You have to give up eating a lot. You have to give up being fat or being depressed or complaining, because Neptune could complain because it's the martyr. I have my son is in Pisces, and I know what does it mean. And like self-sabotaging behaving. Oh my God, I was keep denying. I lied to myself. I don't eat, but I might not eat anything, but maybe I have a pint of ice cream every day, and I'm sabotaging myself. So I have to stop that. Yes. So, Saturn could help you actually if you have diabetes, and this eclipse is going to help you to get rid of that kind of overeating, overindulging, maybe alcohol, maybe drugs, whatever issue you have, maybe pharmaceuticals for joint pain, but whatever you have, you can get rid of that. The Yeah, that's definitely. All right. And yes, so then Jupiter is, no, Uranus. Yeah, we were talking about the softwares, and, have some kind of home security system installed, or invest in home security system and finding a good home, maybe in the neighborhood, positive in home, positive with children, positive with neighbors or neighborhood community, good events to go to. Start to write, have an office, or actually an office actually updated at home. All right, guys, this is actually for each individual sign. But right now, what we're going to do, I'm going to change that here for background, and actually we're going to try to do a meditation here because of choose virtual background, and I'm gonna choose this Pisces lunar eclipse. And actually, I'm going to bring in meditation about Uma, which is the full moon, because of my son didn't talk until he was 3.5 years old, but the only one word he could say that is Uma, and he referred the full moon to it. And after a while, I started to call the full moon Uma, and I chose also my pen name for Uma as well, because it suited me so well. And then we're going to call Mr. Peer Peer the oak tree. And Mr. Peer Peer also was the teacher, an old teacher for my children who I really loved. But in my books, actually, I chose and I named the old tree to Mr. Peer because it's wise and beautiful. Okay, I don't know what am I doing. Why is it not showing the background right now? Choose virtual background. I choose this. Okay, and choose it. Oh, yes, I see. All right, here it is. Okay, so let's find a comfortable place, guys. If you would like to join the meditation with me, just find a comfortable place and sit down, close your eyes, and try to relax, all right? I already told you about who is Mr. Peer and who is Ima. All right, so in a place where the boundaries between the words are thin and the night sky shimmers with mystical light, there exits a moon named Uma, unique, mystical, amazing. Uma is not just a moon, not just any moon. She holds within her the secrets of the universe, whispering wisdom to those who are open to receiving it. As the Pisces full moon bathes the world in its ethereal glow, Uma invites you on a journey deep into your subconscious, where the mysteries of your soul await to be uncovered. On a serene night under the glow of the full moon, you find yourself in a vast, peaceful meadow. The air is filled with the scent of the blooming flowers, and the gentle breeze brushes against your skin. The moonlight bathes the meadow in a silver hue, making everything shimmers with a mystical light. As you walk along the soft grass, you notice that your vision is sharp as a cat's in the night. You can see the rabbits nestled comfortably in their burrows and the deer peacefully resting in the tall grass. The world is quiet and still, as if holding its breath in an anticipation of something magical. Continuing on your journey, you find yourself at the entrance of a hidden cave, illuminated by the soft glow of moonlight. This is the cave of reflection, a place where you can explore your inner world and connect with your higher self. Enter the cave, feeling the cool air and the sense of peace that surrounds you. Inside the cave, you find a pool of crystal clear water, perfectly still and reflective. As you gaze into the pool, you see not only your own reflection, but also the reflection of your soul. Here in this sacred space, you can ask Uma any questions that weigh on your heart. Allow the answers to come to you, not in words, but in feelings, images, or symbols. When you are ready, leave the cave and continue your journey through the vast meadow, where the sky is alive with the stars. Each star twinkles with the light of hope, dreams, and possibilities. In the distance, you see a large, ancient oak tree, Mr. Peer, a tree with magical power known to glow with its mystical light during each full moon. This tree has stood in the meadow for centuries, offering shelter and wisdom to those who seek. Its branches stretch wide and the leaf seems to shimmer with a soft golden light as they catch the moon's ray. As you walk toward Mr. Peer, you feel a sense of calm and clarity washing over you. The closer you get, the more you feel your worries and fears beginning to melt away. The oak's glow intensifies, inviting you to come closer and find shelter beneath its branches. When you reach the tree, you take a seat at its base, feeling the cool, comforting bark against your back. Mr. Peer's branches form a protective canopy over you, and the glow of the moon filters through the leaves, casting patterns of light on the ground around you. As you close your eyes, you begin to focus on your breath again, feeling it flow in and out in steady rhythm. You visualize the light of the full moon entering your body with each breath, filling you with a sense of peace and clarity. In your mind's eye, you see your third eye, the center of your intuition and inner wisdom, beginning to open now. The light of the moon activates this inner sight, allowing you to see beyond the physical world and into the kingdom of intuition and spiritual insight. With your third eye open, you become aware of the self-sabotaging behaviors and the thoughts that have been holding you back. You see them clearly now. Old habits, negative self-talk, and toxic relationship that no longer serves you. As you sit under Mr. Peer's protective branches, you make the conscious decision to let these things go. You see them as dark shadow leaving your body, disappearing in the night sky, and being replaced by the pure healing light of the moon. You also see the faces of those who have hurt you, and with the wisdom and compassion of your open third eye, you choose to forgive them. You understand that holding on to resentment only keeps you trapped in the past, and now is the time to release it. You send forgiveness to each person, one by one, feeling the weight of old grievances lift from your heart. As the shadows leaves you, the glow of the moonlight becomes even brighter. You feel lighter, free, and more in tune with the universe. You realize that with your third eye open, you are more intuitive, more connected. You see the path ahead. It's clear now. And you know that you are capable of moving forward with confidence and grace. You are now ready to embrace the positive energies in your life, those that support you grow, creativity, inner peace. You feel a deep sense of gratitude for this moment of clarity and for the wisdom of Mr. Peer and the full moon, Uma. When you are ready, you slowly begin to bring your awareness back to the physical world. You take a deep breath in, feeling the cool night air fill your lungs, and then exhale, releasing any remaining tension or doubt. As you open your eyes, You look up at Mr. Pierre's glowing branches and silently thank the tree for its shelter and guidance. The full moon continues to shine brightly above, a reminder of the light and wisdom that is always available to you. You stand up, feeling renewed and empowered, ready to walk your path with clarity and purpose. As you leave the meadow, you carry with you the peace and the insight gained from this enchanted journey, knowing that you can return to Mr. Pierre and the light of the full moon whenever you need to reconnect with your inner self. Uma has blessed you with her silver light. Carry it with you and continue your journey. Open your eyes, guys. Slowly move your hands, your feet. Stretch a little bit and welcome back. Thank you so much for being here with me. As I said at the beginning with the quotes, let's focus on the present. Don't fear the future and, don't grieve the past. Right now, we have to really hold each other's hand and be there for each other's. Choose your tribe wisely. That's very, very important. Surround yourself with like-minded people. It's very important because they have compassion for you. They support you on your journey. All right. Thank you so much. See you later with another video. Bye for now.